and Muskegon sitting at 23, though, in Big Rapids. A little bit warmer southwest of Grand Rapids, currently sitting at 31 right now. In Holland, we do have a freeze warning in effect for areas along into the south of I-96. This is where the growing season has officially started, according to the National Weather Service. That is why they issued that freeze warning for those counties, basically from Muskegon, Kent, Montcalm County to the south until 11 a.m. this morning as temperatures drop into the 20s. We'll stay in the 20s for a few more hours before we quickly soar into the mid to upper 40s by the afternoon hours, but thankfully we'll see nothing but sunshine today and a pretty light wind, making it feel not too bad, even though temperatures will be well below average. Big picture shows high pressure is in control of our weather near Duluth, Minnesota, meaning we'll stay dry throughout the daytime hours today. These high-level clouds moving toward Minneapolis right now will eventually drift into West Michigan as the day goes on, so we'll eventually see high-level clouds by the time we get to the dinner time hour. Hour by hour shows plenty of sunshine throughout the morning hours, but we will see slightly increasing cloud cover as the day goes on. Notice the wind shifts out of the south for your Tuesday, which means temperatures will start to soar into the 60s, and with the warmer conditions, we could see a pop-up shower near Kalamazoo and Three Rivers late in the day on Tuesday, but most of us dry side. Temperatures continue to warm as the week goes on. We'll be in the 70s come Wednesday, mid-70s, possibly some of us in the 80s by the time we get to Thursday. Temperatures today, though, about 15 degrees cooler than average. We'll see mostly sunny skies and basically start to finish with more sunshine in the morning with a few afternoon clouds building throughout the day. Grand Rapids to the south, some of us will likely get close to 50 degrees. 13 area side, 7-day forecast shows that morning freeze is expected today. Will be in the 60s by Tuesday. A stray shower is possible toward I-94, but the rest of us will be pretty dry throughout the rest of the week, with the next chance of meaningful rain likely coming on Friday.
Here showing some of these trails of clouds. That is exactly what we expect with lake effect, and that's what's going on here too with this colder air mass that's made its way into West Michigan, delivered a couple of showers, lake effect showers, mainly in the form of rain, but a few flurries too. Now this cold air mass, thankfully it's not going to be lasting for very long. We do see that carry over into tomorrow, but then a warm up beyond that into this next week. Now we will see clouds continuing to move out, clearer skies overnight, temperatures falling down into the 20s. And with that, we are looking at a freeze warning overnight from the National Weather Service for counties such as Muskegon, Kent, Montcalm, and everybody to the south of that. This is where the growing season has started. That's why we're not seeing these warnings further north, although temperatures are expected to be pretty cold in northern Michigan, of course, too. This freeze warning extends through late Monday morning as our temperatures continue to fall overnight underneath clear skies down into the 20s. It is going to be a cold start to our Monday. By the afternoon, still expecting some sunshine, which is good, but we are only going to be in the 40s. Improvement after that, so a cold, even freezing Monday morning. If you've got any plants outside, make sure to cover those up. By the time we hit the afternoon, more sun. Now Tuesday, we do start off still with temperatures in the 30s, but we're back in the 60s by the afternoon with still mostly sunny skies. Even more sunshine into Wednesday with temperatures that will be closer to the 70-degree mark. We will continue this warm-up that lasts with us throughout much of the week ahead and even continuing into next week. Above average temperatures, 60s next Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be soaring past what's average for this time of year and getting to be warmer than average throughout the next about 6 days or so, other than what we're seeing tomorrow. Colder air mass still is going to dominate our forecast, but that will start to move out as we introduce warmer air into Tuesday and on, continuing throughout much of this work week ahead. So by the time that we hit Wednesday, we're looking at some of our warmest air as we creep up into the 70s, which carries over into Thursday, but here's what we've gotten to the end of the week. Jet stream starts to pull in a much more active forecast, or at least a bit more of an active forecast, as we are going to be closing out the week ahead. That's going to be our next opportunity for some showers, but until then, we are going to be quiet and also great opportunities to get outside and enjoy the weather this week. As far as what we are expecting for tonight, temperatures are dropping down into the 20s. That's why we're seeing this freeze warning that extends through 11 o'clock Monday morning. Mostly clear skies. Temperatures for our northern zone will be in the lower 20s. It's going to be cold, but remember, further north, growing season has not started yet. That's why the freeze warning is only in effect for our southern counties. Temperatures for our southern zone will be in the mid-20s. With 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. Plenty of sunshine throughout the week ahead with temperatures warming up. Tomorrow's cold, but after that, 60s, 70s in the forecast, and even 60s into next weekend, despite that rain chance on Friday.
March 1st, Grand Rapids has seen over 7 inches of rain. Muskegon, nearly 9 inches of rain. At least everyone's seen about 6 to 7 inches across the area. Now, because of that and the heavy rain we saw at the end of last week, we're seeing numerous river flood warnings and also watches. This is also on the Muskegon River in Bridgeton and Newaygo, but the main focus, like I mentioned, is the Comstock Park area. The Grand River is likely going to crest tomorrow and getting pretty close to major flood stage. Right now, the National Weather Service has it forecasted for 15.7 feet as we head into Tuesday afternoon, when major flood stage is at 16 feet. So we are seeing that river rise continue across the area, and with additional rain chances Thursday and Friday, I don't think the river levels necessarily will be slowing down a whole lot, or at least go down by a whole lot, because we're still expecting quite a bit of rain over the next 10 days. This is the projected rainfall amounts through at least April 16th. But Sam will have your full forecast coming up in just a few seconds.
Local officials continue to monitor the Hesperia Dam for the potential of failure there. Now, across the region, we're seeing flood watches. That's for pretty much everybody across West Michigan. Southwest Michigan starting to miss out on that, which is some good news. But then we're seeing a lot of these little light blue polygons as well. Those are river flood warnings. So highlighting a couple of those, looking at the White River downstream of the Hesperia Dam because of that potential for dam failure. As we're heading a little bit further south, Muskegon River, that's where we're really going to be keeping a close eye on from the Croton Dam all the way down towards Bridgeton. Now, looking further south of that, Rogue River near Rockford, down towards the Grand River, right around Comstock Park into downtown, that's where still another flood watch, or rather flood warning, has been put into effect, and that extends further south and further east for the Grand River and the Thornapple River too. Now, that's because of all the rain we've seen over the past multiple days, but this is just looking at the past 24 hours, and look at some of these totals. They're really impressive. Already over an inch for Holland is what we've seen over the past 24 hours, and we're not done yet, as we're still seeing some rain out and even a couple of thunder showers still. Now, it is very scattered. There are multiple areas that aren't seeing anything and haven't been seeing anything for a couple of hours now, but here's that line of still a few thunder showers moving through the Kalamazoo area at this point. This will continue to track further east, and we still are expecting a few more showers and thunder showers into this evening, but it does look like this is really going to be lightening up into tomorrow. Now, this has left our temperatures pretty cool throughout much of today. We only topped out close to about 60 degrees this morning, stayed in the 50s throughout much of the day with that cooler air, gloomier skies sticking around, and that has left our temperatures only in the 50s at this point. 58 for Grand Rapids, up to 65 for Kalamazoo. Just generally seeing a lot of 50s, some lower to mid 60s as well, but it is mild, warmer than average compared to this time of year, but after we've had some sun this week, it is on the cooler side comparatively. Now, we do have warmer conditions into our Fridays. We're closing out this week. We will be seeing additional rainfall into the weekend though on Saturday, and that will likely make flooding worse. We're looking at into this weekend to be the time when a lot of our local rivers are cresting. Beyond that, that's going to be a fairly strong cold front, which cools us down significantly into the end of the weekend. Much cooler conditions that we can expect into our Sunday. I'll give you a closer look at our extended forecast coming up in just a bit.